boxing for moms. Why not? Try it. Can we have Malcolm Davis come to the stage, please? The dream of most red-blooded Canadian boys is to play in the National Hockey League. A very small percentage realize that dream. But a kid from the Amherst area, Tidnish, right, made it. It took a while, but Malcolm Davis started in minor and junior hockey in his hometown, worked his way through university hockey at St. Mary's in Halifax, signed with the Detroit Red Wings of the National Hockey League, played some apprentice years in the pro minor leagues, and finally made his NHL debut in 1979. An All-Canadian at St. Mary's in 1977-78, Mac, as he has always been known, impressed coach Bob Boucher as a freshman. Played a season in Kansas City of the International League and earned a late-year tryout with Detroit. The next season, he was assigned to the Wings' top farm club in Adirondack, where he led the team with 34 goals and helped the AHL team to the league championship. In 1980-81, he was back in Adirondack and had a cup of coffee in Detroit. But that summer, he signed as a free agent with Buffalo, and in the next 5 years, split time between the Sabres and their top AHL farm team in Rochester. He helped the Americans to a 1984 AHL championship Calder Cup and was selected league MVP. Listen to these stats: 55 goals, 48 assists, 103 points, his best year as a pro. Those are big numbers. Now, Bob Boucher describes Mac's hockey style, citing he wasn't sure whether he could make it to the NHL because of his size.
Mac was a bit of a tweener, though. In the National Hockey League, he was probably 5'11", 185 pounds. Not big enough to be a power forward in the sense of the word today, and not skilled enough in the Gretzky Korea mold that were his size to fit in. So he never really got the long-term shot in the NHL that we all hoped he would get.
Unsigned as an unrestricted free agent, Malcolm went to Europe, where he spent 5 years in the Finnish Elite League, serving as a player coach and teaching English during the day. He moved to Germany for a short period, earned a call from Team Canada to play at the Spengler Cup, and then called it a career after the 1990-91 season. He returned to Nova Scotia, coached in Amherst, and now teaches at the Fundy Hockey School. The time spent shooting pucks against his father's barn door in Amherst helped Mac Davis make the big leagues. He played 100 NHL games, scored 31 goals, and had 53 points. And as Mac Davis recently told Ryan Foster, sports editor of the Amherst Daily News, one of my highlights is I got to play 100 games in the NHL. Every minute of every pro game was a highlight. And I have to tell you this, today I was into work at CBC, preparing for our Canada Now show tonight. I think 8 or 9 people saw that. And it was a good show, though. It was really good. And we had sent off an email a week ago trying to get in touch with Scotty Bowman, because Mac played for Scotty Bowman. And on my phone message today, and I will try to make a copy of this for you, was Scotty Bowman saying, "I'm sorry I couldn't get on camera to say this, but simply put," and this is a phrase directly from Scotty Bowman, "tell Mac he was one of my all-time favorites." I think I can get that for you, too, so I'll do my very best. Technical wizard. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome a former AHL MVP, a former All-Canadian, one of the elite few Nova Scotians who makes it to the NHL. Now to the Nova Scotia Sport Hall of Fame, Malcolm Davis. Representing Altana Pharmaceuticals, for whom Mac works as a sales representative, Hazen Banks, one of the presenters. And to present the induction pin to Mac Davis, I believe he is here, his St. Mary's University hockey coach, Bob Boucher. Bob probably out looking for another tweener. Can somebody call the Midtown? Well, let's just get the pin to you, okay? Congratulations, here you go. All right, let's step forward here. Tell me about, you scored, I think, 31 goals in the NHL, and I know every player remembers his first. What can you tell me about your first NHL goal?
We were playing against Montreal. I was called up by Detroit, and I was on the line with Dale McCourt, and I believe the left winger was Glenn Hicks. Anyway, the shot came in, hit Dryden, dropped down in front of him, and I came in and knocked in the rebound. Basically fell into the net, I think, after that. So
With excitement?
No, I thought somebody might get the puck, so I wanted to get that puck. The boys needed it for street hockey back home, so.
So your first NHL goal came against Ken Dryden.
Yes, Ken Dryden, I believe, yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's not bad. Bob Boucher talked about your wrist shot. He said you just had one of the most wicked wrist shots. Tell me about your work ethic and kind of what he was talking about banging pucks against those old St. Mary's boards.
Well, I think it started before St. Mary's boards. I think my father had a big barn, and he wanted to clear one side of it, and he just basically said, if you can take all those shingles off, go ahead. So that's what I did, and it was more or less a fun thing. It wasn't like I was preparing to play in the NHL, but I think it did help with the release of the shot and making it stronger type of thing.
God loved the barn, right?
Yeah, it fell over.
What about your continued connection to the game? I know it remains very strong.
Basically, to me, it's just a conditioning program for me if I play myself. But I really enjoyed the individual stuff, working with kids. I've got a couple girls that we have the outside rink, and I think that's really important. That's where I honed my skills when I was a young kid, and that's been passed back to me by my family, my father, my mother, who helped clear the rink. And I think I also do a Fundy hockey school. I like the individual stuff more than actually taking on a team and showing them these things. But the bottom line for me is to give back, is to make the facilities available for the kids and get the exercise out of them and let them have fun rather than win and lose.
We are honored to have you here tonight. Congratulations to you.
Thanks very much.
Mac Davis.